Hello, it's been a few months. As you can see, some things have changed. The left side of my face. So I have Bell's palsy, and I hope you're able to understand what I'm saying. I believe as women, we're more aware of our outer appearance and more sensitive to what others think of it. I gave up on others' ideas and opinions about me a long time ago. And I can tell you how I really knew is when this came upon me. Because the biggest issue that I had, most people, they get Bell's palsy, you are aware that you look different. Now, my son, with his wonderful sense of humor, he told me I look like Two-Face. So I don't know if you know that character. I wasn't aware of him until I actually Googled him. So it is quite hilarious because I can see the resemblance. But my biggest issue is not being able to close or blink your eye, which does create some discomfort. And of course, when you're speaking, now if I hold my mouth up, I am so much clearer. Since I want to talk about beauty, it's definitely related to being a fat person because a lot of times when you're fat, especially when you are extremely fat, other people can't see you. Other people, see those P words, cannot see your worth. So a lot of times we can take on their opinions and ideas of us. Beauty for me is not so much even, I mean, of course, we know when things look good to us. We can look at someone we can look at other people to see if they are attractive to us. But what is interesting is that we all have our different preferences. We have our different opinions. So that's why we cannot let others and what they think of us define us. There was a time when I had a doctor, and I was not nearly as fat as I am now. So this is what's interesting. So at the time, I was doing a little too much of caffeine, and I was also working overnights, and it was causing heart palpitations. So at the time, I didn't know it was the caffeine. So I went to see a cardiologist who put a monitor on me. But when I came back to visit him, of course, there was nothing wrong. We realized that it was because I was doing this. I was taking in too much caffeine, and he proceeds to tell me because he notices that I am overweight. Now that at that time I wasn't even morbidly overweight, and I was aware that I had gained weight. Who isn't? Who doesn't know? This is why we don't need nobody telling us, because you already know. You know when you put on your clothes, you know when you go in the bathroom and brush your teeth. It's not like you need someone to really tell you. But he says, oh, because he knew that I was in good health, and so his motivation to get me to lose weight was to tell me I had such a pretty face. That those words that people think is such a compliment. You have such a pretty face. I don't see that as a compliment. It's almost a slight to me. And I know people do not mean anything by it, but it's almost to say that you have a pretty face, but the rest of you is. So, but anyway, that rolled like water down my back because then, like I said, again, I've never been one to take on what other people say. I don't hide in the house. Um, anyway, that's another topic for another day. But I just want to encourage anyone out there to know your beauty. You don't need a whole bunch of makeup. I'm not against makeup. I got chocolate lipstick on now. There's many days that I'll go out with no lipstick and or no makeup on, and I'm comfortable. But sometimes you'll have other people that's not comfortable. But I don't need to bow down to other opinions of other people's, that P word again, opinions of beauty. Plus, as you age, aging has a way of humbling us. It really does. You're never going to be that 20-year-old again, but you're never going to have the taunt skin, and unless you dye your hair, which I haven't. I just put some stuff in it, darkens it naturally. But the gray hairs will come, and the wrinkles and the sagging will come. And you have to be okay with that. It doesn't mean that there's nothing wrong with you want to improve yourself. There's nothing wrong with good hygiene, good grooming. There's nothing wrong with putting lotion on, making your skin as soft as possible. I hope you're not getting that from what I'm saying. It's just that there's so much else to be worrying about. Some days I may come up here looking glamorous, and some days I may come up here looking plain, and that's okay. The purpose of this video is just so you don't beat yourself up. Look, we know there are things in our life that we want to change. If you have bushy eyebrows and you want to, pluck them, I'm losing my eyebrows, but okay. If you want to pluck them, I don't see anything wrong with that. But if you fail to go out and live your life because you worried about somebody saying something about your bushy eyebrows, because you weren't able to go and get them tweezed or threaded or whatever they do, wax, that's a problem. If you're fat and you don't want to go out and do things because you're worried about somebody saying you're fat, or you want to go walking and you don't want anyone to see you huffing and puffing, that's a problem, because now you're living your life through the lens of someone else and not yourself. So I hope that this video resonates with you. And on the next video, I promise a cooking one, we'll be doing some good old garlic parmesan chicken wings. And no, they won't be in a air fryer, and they will not be roasted in the oven. They're gonna be fried. I'll see you there. Have a great one.